G'day. This is a Ferrari 458 Italia. Its highly sophisticated, large-capacity V8 engine was voted best performance engine in the world and helped make the 458 the World Performance Car of the Year. To keep it running at its optimum level, you need a highly sophisticated oil. One like this, Shell Helix Ultra. Unfortunately, I don't have a Ferrari. I have an old Hilux Ute, which means this stuff is pretty much completely wrong. Changing your own oil is quite easy and can save you a lot of money, but choosing the right oil for your vehicle is really important. You need to get the type of oil and the letters and numbers on the bottle right. The best place to start is by checking the manufacturer's specifications for your vehicle, but it helps if you know what the stuff actually does. The main purpose of motor oil is to stop metal parts from actually contacting one another. When they do, you get friction and wear. The friction generates heat, which can warp and distort parts. It's like when you rub your hands together. You can feel them start to get hot pretty quickly. But if you put a bit of oil on them, and this is olive oil, you should actually avoid touching motor oil, they move much more freely. There's a lot less friction and a lot less heat, and you get really oily hands. Basically, motor oil reduces friction, allows for easy starting, cools moving parts by dispersing heat, keeps engine surfaces clean and prevents rust and corrosion. A key characteristic of how oil does its job is viscosity. The thicker the oil, the higher the viscosity. Thinner oils move around components more easily, especially at startup. Thicker oils provide better protection at high temperatures, but because the engine has to work harder to move oil around the components, there's a cost in fuel consumption. Multi-grade oil works at both ends of the scale, giving you better overall protection than a single-grade oil. This is where we come to the letters and numbers. For example, SAE 10W30. The SAE part is a standard rating determined by the Society of Automotive Engineers. There are also other standards that are becoming common. The number in front of the W refers to the viscosity of the oil in colder months. Generally, the lower the number, the higher the level of protection at startup. The number after the W is the viscosity of the oil when the engine is at normal operating temperature, approximately 100 degrees Celsius. So essentially, the oil acts like a 10-weight oil at room temperature and like a 30-weight oil at operating temperature, giving good protection from startup right through to full operating temperature. Now, while we're demystifying things, let's talk about the types of oil. There are mineral-based oils, synthetic oils, and a mixture of the two. Synthetics are better because they handle demanding conditions for longer without breaking down. On top of that, you can have a range of additives in the oil. They do various jobs like suspending contaminants, keeping parts clean, and inhibiting corrosion. Whatever type of oil you use, you will need to change it. They all pick up contaminants, break down over time, and stop protecting your engine as well as they should. How often you change your oil depends on your vehicle. Check the manufacturer's recommendation and also the type of driving you do. If you drive under severe conditions, you might need to change your oil more often. Severe conditions are when cars generally travel less than 12 k's per journey, when oil is not regularly topped up, naughty, when the car operates under stop-start conditions, and when you're pulling heavy loads such as caravans. For a lot of us, our normal city driving would actually qualify as severe, which means you do need a good quality oil. So, that's the good oil on oil. Supercheap Auto stocks just about every flavour in existence and every tool you need to do the job. So slip on over to the oil section, save some money and your engine. And remember, I'm here to help.